Does religious purity create sexual chaos? Especially does sexual purity in the youth create chaos? And when I say sexual purity, I mean, abstaining yourself, not viewing anything, even those thoughts that may come up to you in your mind about another individual, about yourself, or anything of that sort. Repressing these things and or viewing them in a negative light. Do all these things accumulate? All this repression. Does this accumulate into something dangerous in the future? Chaos. And what got my mind thinking about this was I was at the gym. And the gym I go to, it's a lot of Jewish, a lot of the Jewish community goes there. And the time that I go I guess it's the time they get out of school, the youth get out of school, whatever the case may be. But they're in their younger years. And when you go to the gym, it's going to be a lot of tight clothes, exposed, a lot more exposure going on, things of this sort. And I'm a very observant person, so I sit back and I just watch. And you see a lot of the boys, you see a lot of the boys, you know, looking at the women. And you see a lot of the women looking at the men. And the only reason why I say the Jewish community is because I'm speaking from this mindset of what sparked this conversation. But I know this goes across all religions. So you see them viewing them and, they're looking. But does all this repression create something that could be uncontrollable in the future? A lot of people who watch pornography and all these things, right? There were people who were sexually repressed as a kid. We see it time and time again, people who are repressed sexually, they go out here and act wild. Just act wild. Some of the most, the theory that we have about, preachers' kids, because they're supposed to be sexually pure, and the times that they are allowed to do what they do or hide and go do what they do, they're wild. And I think the thing is because when you repress something that is natural, it's going to come out like that. It's just like, even if we take religion out of it, right? And you have a daughter. We see it time and time again where the father's overprotective of the daughter, and that forces the daughter to start sneaking. Or the moment that she's able to do whatever she wants to do, she's wild and not controlled. And I feel like it's just evolution as a human being to start experimenting or start just allowing those thoughts to flow. And I believe instead of sexual repression, I believe instead of, demonizing these things, educate. Teach your kids, you're going to start feeling like this. You're going to start thinking like this. You're going to want to start seeing these type of things and this and this and this. But you have to control it. You can't let it control you. It's human. And I can just see the uncontrollable urges in their eyes. Because like I said, I'm a very observant person, so I can just see it in their eyes. And I said, this is not going to turn out well. A lot of sexual misconduct, quote unquote, that happens in the world is through religion. It's like it's taboo to speak about it, yet it goes on in the background to heights that the people on the outside don't even know. Anyways, this was just an open, quick topic that I just wanted to get out. Let me know how y'all feel about this. I was gonna go deeper, but there's not much more to speak on. Y'all be safe out there, all right? This is your favorite cousin Rich. Love and blessings.